Hey, fun people! Welcome to Everything Aja. I am so excited to have you on here today. It is Friday. I hope you guys had an amazing week. I am so excited to get on here. This has been a crazy week. In fact, it has been filled with excitement, full energy. As you guys know, the doors to my signature program, Teaching by Design, have been open all week long, and I have been so honored and excited to welcome so many new members into the community. So, first off, let me just say, oh, I haven't even put on this. Hold on. I need to get my screen going. My screen going. There we go. There we go. Let me get my screen going because I have to definitely give some shout outs. I have to get some shout outs. So, as you know, my signature program, Teaching by Design, has been open all week long. And that program is all about how to create engaging lessons without the burnout. So, I literally teach you the whole shebang. I have a proven system that helps you create engaging lessons without ever feeling burned out. And then the great thing about this program is it also includes a membership, so you're constantly getting new trainings and new best practices in reading. Well, it has been such a crazy, phenomenal week. So let me just say, congratulations to all of the new members inside Teaching by Design. I wish the horn was louder than that. But I just want to say congratulations. I am so excited. I know you guys have received videos from me welcoming you into the program, but from the bottom of my heart, I am truly honored that you guys are now members inside the community. So definitely introduce yourself down below in the chat box. Give yourself a chat out. Woo! Congrats to all of the new amazing members inside of Teaching by Design. I have been so honored to welcome each and every one of you guys into the program. So definitely have to start off by saying that. Let me introduce myself for anybody that is new here. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Aja. What's up? I am an educational consultant, a kindergarten through fifth grade curriculum specialist. That means I am an administrator over teaching and learning, all things teaching and learning. I've done that over the last 6 years, kindergarten through fifth grade. I have been a Title I schools over the last decade, and I'm also have my reading endorsement. I am certified in correcting and diagnosing mathematics and reading behaviors. Hey, Keisha, sorry, one of our new community members. Ooh, congratulations! You see, I came prepared tonight. I know when you joined, I was like, wait, I bought cake, but my daughter ate the cake. So now I have this. So I definitely wanted to congratulate you. And you went to your first reading PD. Let us know, how did it feel? Did I look, I know we did some role playing in there. We got some new strategies. Did you get to download your new strategies and everything? It was crazy because the replay was taking forever to load. In fact, my husband had to like yell at the internet people because yeah. But it was so good to see you on the live reading PD this week. So super excited, super duper excited. So I am so glad that you were able to make it live. And if you guys are new here, let me know what's your name, what do you teach, and what has been your biggest problem right now with teaching. And of course, for those that have any questions about the program, the doors close tonight at midnight. The doors officially close, and you'll have to wait until the next time we open the doors to the public. When that is, I have no idea. So that's why you want to go ahead and get in now. You said it was wonderful. Yay, you've already printed and ready to laminate. That's what I'm talking about. teaching smarter and not harder. Yay! I'm so excited. See, you just joined what on Monday? And you've already made the first live support call, and then we have another one next Wednesday. We have our Wednesday meeting. So I am so glad, and you've already been using your strategy. Man, see that's girl. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, 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 Tangelo. Hey, girl. Hey, hey, hey. Just I don't know if you saw the DM, but the doors do close today for your upgrade. And so cannot wait for you to get the membership access. Keisha just was talking about, she just downloaded, I mean not downloaded, she just joined on Monday and already has downloaded and printed her resources, and they're already ready to laminate. You said you need your weekends back. Yes, claim it. It is time to take your weekends back and go ahead and implement the practices now. You have the teaching by design. You can spend your time just going through it slowly but surely. I'm like, wait, I don't work on weekends anymore. I don't work late nights. This mm-mm. And you'll notice your whole attitude will begin to change. You're like, man. So I'm so glad that I've been able to teach you already in 1 week. Look, you haven't even been in it a whole week yet, and you've already are starting to implement things to teach smarter and not harder. So I'm so excited for the new you. So I would love to know what you guys would do with an extra 3 to 5 hours per week. Like, what would you do with that much additional time in your week? Like, what could you imagine? I know the how much time we typically spend on other things. If you were to be given an extra 3 to 5 hours per week, what would you do? Mhm. Wait, do 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 do. Y'all like my song? I'm trying to think how many people say family time or me time or TV time. My favorite pastime is totally television time. But I work a lot, but so you said spend time for yourself. It's that me time for you. I love it. And you have a lot of kids, so you probably like, hey, they get family time all the time. I need my me time. Yes, it was time to claim it an extra 3 to 5 hours per week. It is yours. Yay! And so how much time per week do you actually spend doing lesson plans? So if you think, if you already kind of thought brainstorm what you would do with an extra, you said exactly. Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if we were to spend more time, we desire to spend more time with ourselves, more time doing the things we want to do. Like I stated, mine is watching television. Watching television. Then I want you to now kind of like do a self analysis and look at how much time you actually spend, and just let us know how much time do you spend just doing lesson plans alone. Like, how much time do you think that you spend? I know you're not sitting there like, let me calculate how much time I'm doing this right now. I'm sure you're not doing that, but just just think, like, if you were to start and stop a timer every single time you plan a lesson, you go to the printer, try to print something out for a lesson. Every single time you um ru- go on the internet, look up an activity. What else do we do? You go look up activities, you look up things to teach, you look on Teachers Pay Teachers, you're on Pinterest, you are doing all of that good stuff, right? How much time do you think that you actually spend planning lessons? I'm not just sitting there talking about the sitting there writing the lesson plan, but the thinking behind it, the searching behind it, the finding resources behind lesson plans. Think about lesson planning comes with a lot of steps now. If we really break it down, it comes with a lot of steps. You have the figuring out what to teach, knowing, okay, right now it's Friday, we're about to go into another week. Do you know what you're teaching next week? Do you know the standard you're teaching? Have you already broken that standard? Do you understand the learning target? What is it that children are going to be expected to do and master within that standard? And then from that, then you're like, okay, now I know the goal. So now, how much time do you spend actually finding resources, finding lessons out there? Do you plan all your lessons from scratch? Like, think about all that time and energy is spent way before you even start a lesson plan. But all of that time is spent technically on lesson planning. And so, I have a fact that is about to blow your mind. In fact, the average teacher spends 7 hours, not minutes, hours per week just searching for instructional resources. That's before they even start planning. So just the Googling, searching, all the Pinterest, going on Teachers Pay Teachers, looking 7 hours per week. And then another 5 hours per week creating their own materials. So you have the time spent searching for resources, then you have time creating the resources, right? And so then that's extra time on top of the time that you already spent, and you haven't even gotten to creating the lesson plan yet. What? And so you're literally spinning this wheel each and every week, and you probably don't even realize that you are doing this every single week because you're like, oh, what? 12 hours a week? Yes, the average teacher spends 12 hours per week just doing this. But I had to do the math. I had to do the math and figure out how much time does the average teacher waste just on planning, and you do 12 hours per week and then multiply that by 4 weeks per month. So 12 hours per week, there's 4 weeks per month. Then there's 10 months per school year. And the average teacher teaches for 30 years. So y'all drop it down below in the chat box before I give the answer. I want to see if y'all can do the math. See if we came up with the same number. How much time do you spend on simply creating and developing resources? Mind you, this is not even the actual put it in a lesson plan part yet. This is just all the part behind it, the thinking behind it, the stress behind planning. And these are true facts, true facts, true facts, true facts. And so the average teacher spends over 14,000 hours of planning. If you multiplied all of that up, you're going to get over 14,400 hours of planning. What every teacher out there, and we wonder why burnout is so real. This is just one of the things that we are responsible for. Think about all the things, even as a homeschool parent, that you're doing. You have assessments, you have 12 hours of planning each week, lesson plans. What about the things that you don't even feel confident teaching? You haven't even developed yourself yet. These is just simply on lesson planning. And then to take that further, if you think about how much time 14,000 hours actually is, it's actually 600 days or almost 2 years of time wasted in every teacher's life on lesson planning. So when I asked what you could do with an extra 3 to 5 hours per week, that's just a portion. The average teacher wastes about two years of their lives just doing lesson plans. I love the way Keisha said, I'm ready for my weekends back. I'm ready for my weekends back. Angela said if she had more time per week, she would spend that time with herself. What would you do with extra time per week. If the average teacher weight loses 2 years, could you imagine what you do in 2 years? People have babies in 2 years. People can get married in 2 years. Think about if you were to add an extra 2 years to your life, like right now, if you were able to just pause and get 2 years back out of your life, like, can you imagine what you can do with that much time? I could only imagine if I had an extra 2 years to kind of plug in my life, what I would do. Probably have a kid, another kid. Probably. So I want to know, what would your dream week life be like? Like if you were to actually create your own week, your work week, what would that look like if you were to really be the controller of your time and actually be the master of your time? What would that ideal week look like? That week that you wish you can just carve into your calendar. If you were to just put something in your calendar and what you put actually came to pass, what would that dream work life actually look like? And if you have any questions about the actual program in and of itself, certainly drop your questions down below. um and for a lot of times, what I get is this or family time, more family time and more me time, family time and me time. Because if you think about it, most of us, especially the giving types, because most people that are in education are the giving type. We like to give, we like to pour into other people, and that person that we naturally are, we give so much of our time into our children, into other people, that we never have time for us, or you never have time for your own children. And you realize that you're in this cycle, in this continuous hamster wheel, like always searching for more time. I never forget, and I have this one of my clients, if I could share my screen, another one of my clients, I'm gonna actually share this so y'all can see her, so y'all can see it for yourself. Here we go. Are y'all looking at my screen? Yes. Okay, awesome. Another one of my clients, ooh, look, I have to find her testimony. So much great stuff. There we go. She said that was her issue. She was always trying to search for more time. She felt like there just never was enough time. And it I loved it because it was like, we can't manage our time. We all are given 24 hours of the day, but what we can manage is what we do with that time. So allow me to help you manage what you do with that time, in order for you to gain those additional 3 to 5 hours per week, in order for you to have that perfect week life balance, in order for you to spend more time with yourself, in order for you to spend more time with your family. This is the key. This is the very thing. And it's crazy to continue her testimony. She literally created more time for herself and for her children by implementing new strategies into her classroom, like we do in the program. And she was able to create a new schedule, because I give you guys schedules. I give all my members the ideal schedule, and teach them how to maximize their schedule. Because we have no control over time, right? There's nothing we can do to give ourselves more hours. What we can do is shift exactly how we see time. And so, in creating the new schedule and having bank of ready-made lessons and activities at hands, that's how she was able to, like Keisha wants to do, get her weekends back, to create a new schedule that allows for maximized time, and then create a bank of ready-made lessons and activities to go with that. Not only did she have more time, she was able to teach new skills, review old skills, and allow her children to master skills. See, a lot of us, we wonder why our children are reading behind grade level, they're performing behind grade levels, because they don't have time to master skills. So in my Teaching by Design program, I allow you to be the master. I help you master standards, because once you understand how to master standards, you'll be able to teach them and implement them in these engaging lesson plans using a rinse and repeat system over and over and over again that will help you what gain more time, get your weekends back, be able to literally teach effective high quality instruction without the burnout. It seems like for some unknown reason in education, we and y'all let me know, have you ever heard this, that the good teachers, they have to, good teachers quote unquote, they have to spend all of their time at school till the, the custodians come out and the little critters start crawling. They're spending all their time on the weekends doing what, planning for school. And you guys, you can be highly effective, amazing, make a great impact, and still have your weekends to yourself. You're no good if you're always pouring into someone else and you never pour into yourself. What that leads to is burnout. It leads to burnout. So we talked about having our ideal schedule. We talked about having that ideal work week, what that would look like. And so now I just want to ask, if you go from having your ideal work week, that desirable work week, I want to know what has stopped you from having that. What has been the thing that has stopped you from having it? We just shared, Janice's testimony, and for her, she just felt like it was time. And then we realized it had nothing to do with time, but it was the shifting of systems. What has actually stopped you from having that? Is it the long dreaded out weekends? Is it all of the initiatives at once? Is it lack of confidence of actually teaching reading? What has stopped you from having that ideal week? What has stopped you from being that effective teacher that also has her weekends, that also has a work-life balance? What has stopped you from having that perfect, quote unquote, perfect week? Ooh, now I want you to imagine having not only that desired week, not only that desired um systems and momentums that you're wanting to place in order to have that, but imagine having engaging lessons that encourage for engagement, that allow you to literally just implement a lesson. We just talked about where her transformation started because she had a bank of ready made, that means they're already ready to go, lessons that she could implement that already engage her children. You see, Keisha, she just joined on Monday and she's already printed her some new materials and she's just ready to laminate. We just did that last night. She already had her first training and was like, oh, it was wonderful. These are her words. Imagine having lessons that do that automatically, that you don't have to sit here and waste 12 hours planning every single week. Imagine that. Imagine having a weekly lesson planning system that saves you hours of planning. Remember, the average teacher spends 12 hours per week just on planning, lesson planning. You're doing it and don't even realize it, because if you were to really start a timer, and I would love for you to do it, start a timer every time you were thinking about what you're about to teach next week. That begins the lesson planning process. Every time you're running on Teachers Pay Teachers, every time you're running on Pinterest, trying to find resources in order to teach, literally like this, trying to search and gather and put stuff in your tool belt, all of that is time. The average teacher spends 12 hours per week doing that. You're no different, but everybody does that. And so, what if you had a system in place that helps you avoid that? Imagine having a system in place that saves you time so you're not running around spending 12 hours each and every week on lesson planning. Imagine having schedules, routines, transitions, and actual classroom management tools that were effective and allow you to be stress free so that you can do that, so that you can actually have your ideal week, so that you can actually spend more time with yourself, so that you can actually have your weekends back, right? Like, can you imagine that? Going from feeling stressed and burned out, feeling like multiple things just keep getting piled on. You want to go and enjoy your Sunday. But guess what? The average teacher does on Sunday? Lesson plan. But if you had a system in place, then you're stress free. It saves you the hours of time. You can go do what it is that you want to do on Sunday. Think about it. Think about that very thing that has been preventing you from having your ideal week. That very thing that has been preventing you from being able to have your weekends back. What if that thing was removed? Imagine that roadblock being removed out of your life. Like, can you imagine what you can do with all of that new time? Oh my goodness. Imagine having simplicity and clarity. That time feeling stuck, not knowing what to teach. That time that starts that clock of lesson planning when you're sitting there like, oh my goodness. All right. So according to our scope and sequence, we are this is what this I'm acting right now. According to our scope and sequence, we're supposed to be going over main idea next week. Hopping on Teachers Pay Teachers, hopping on Pinterest, Googling main idea lessons. But what if you had a system that gave you clarity and simplicity on all of that, knowing what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach? I see the smiley faces down below. Yes. What if you had that? And what if you had professional development helping you do that month after month after month after month? It's not just a one off be off. What if you had the support to do it every single month? That go to person that can literally hold your hand and take you through the process. What if your children were able to hit their goals and surpass their goals? And not only are hitting their goals, but you are being supported along the journey. You're not on this by yourself. Did you know that one of the biggest mistakes that so many teachers and parents make is inconsistency? I think that goes beyond education. That goes in almost every field, business, everything is inconsistency. That is so easy for us to start something and stop something. The average person starts and stops majority of their things in their lives. They start and stop. And what has been that thing that you have started and stopped? For me, exercising. I can be honest, exercising. Think about your teaching experience, all the things that you have started and stopped. You're like, oh, you get on. Just let me know. Let me know down below in the chat box. Is this you? Because I think this has been all of us. You sit there, you get on Instagram, you see all the beautiful pictures on Instagram. Has anybody ever seen all of the teaching pictures? And you see all the little teachers and all the little Pinterest things they're doing, and you're like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. Man, I certainly wish that was me. Man, dang, man. Hmm. That's so dope. I wish I could do it. I think I can do it. You go the next day, you get super excited. You put the stuff together. That lasted 2 days. 2 seconds. You said the same thing here. There we go. And there's no consistency with it. The main reason that there's no consistency is accountability. Accountability is the number one thing. Let me tell you a story, and it has nothing to do with education. But like I told you guys, weight loss and working out has been the number one thing. The number one thing. I recently, like as in a week ago, 2 weeks ago, actually 2 weeks ago. I finally was like, I need a trainer at the end of this month, beginning of October. I'm gonna be serious. Contacted a trainer that I knew, and he was like, hey, no problem. In fact, most of the things that can literally help this weight loss is eating. So we're gonna watch what you eat from now until the time we start working out. I'm like, ooh, okay, cool. Do y'all know the next day he texted? So what did you eat? And I was like, oh, and then I have to tell you what I ate. I have to do my part. There's somebody that actually is on the other end that cares. And then the next day, guess what he did? What did you eat? By day number 3, I'm telling him, this is what I ate. This is what I did. It's the accountability. The one thing that will help you be consistent is the accountability. So imagine having an accountability partner to help you teach without being burned out, to help you get to that desired work week, to help your children hit their needs, and also you to help yours. Imagine having a win-win situation with the accountability. What if, like, that can be yours? All of that can be yours. Your dream week could be yours. You hitting your goals, you spending more time for yourself, you having your weekends back can be yours. But you have two options here. Burnout is so real. In fact, teacher burnout is the number one reason that so many teachers are leaving the field right now. But you have two options. You can continue doing what you're doing. You run the risk of, well, being overwhelmed. And you also will stay on this hamster wheel of spending over 12 hours per week doing lesson plans that really don't work, that don't align with the standards. That when you get at the end of a unit, you assess and your children bomb it because what you just did, what you just spent the last 3 weeks on, it never aligned. It never aligned. And you could spend more time, more wasted weeks. Remember, the average teacher spends 12 hours per week. You could spend more time out of your life trying to figure this thing out by yourself. Too busy getting stuck. Where are my people that are like, I don't want to invest money? But then you will see yourself 6 months from now and you're in the same place. You see yourself year after year after year in the same place. Or you can get fed up. You can get ready to make a change. You can say, I'm ready to have my weekends back. I'm ready to spend more time for myself. I'm ready to actually go on date nights with my husband. I'm ready for that. And then you can do option number two, fast track your results with a proven system. A system that's designed to allow not only you to hit your goals, but your children to hit theirs as well. A system designed to help you prevent burnout when it comes to teaching. A system designed to help you get your weekends, get your freedom back. A system designed to pour back into you while you're still offering high quality instruction. It is possible, it is yours. You can fast track your results to getting there by implementing an easy, systematic rinse and repeat system designed to help you develop engaging, standard based lessons in little to no time while you prevent burnout. This can be yours. You can have those ready made lessons. Remember, I shared Janice's story, and her thing was having that bank of easy activities to automatically implement. It can be yours. It is possible. And so I want to introduce teaching by design. I know I have been talking about it all week, and the doors close today. So you don't have any more time to try to think about it. There's no more time to see if you want to do it. This is your moment. Today is the last day to join. Teaching by design is the simple step-by-step rinse and repeat teaching system. Remember, the reason that people don't have it because there's no consistency. Well, imagine having a proven system that works, that's rinse and repeat for increasing achievement by creating engaging standard-based lessons in minutes. Minutes. You wanted to know how you can get to that dream desired week? It's this. It's this rinse and repeat system. I teach teachers and parents how to teach with ease. And I truly mean that with ease because burnout is real. And so imagine increasing reading achievement while also preventing burnout. Teaching by Design is the only self study course and a membership. It's a two-in-one that helps teachers and homeschool moms develop simple teaching systems and instructional practices so that you can increase reading achievement by creating engaging standard based lessons in little to no time. You will have a system of creating these engaging lessons without the stress. Without the stress, like, hey, Asha, I've given you an entire bank. You have your own banking system. Teaching by Design is the only program that gives you step-by-step guidance on creating effective reading and an effective reading environment. The entire environment guides you on what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach. Offers monthly calls with additional monthly bonuses. Like I said, Keisha earlier, we started off with a congratulations. I've been welcoming so many people into the program this week. I'm so excited. She literally joined on Monday. Monday, the doors opened on Monday. On Wednesday, we had our reading professional development for the month where we went over decoding, and literally it's Friday, she already has her stuff printed out, ready to laminate and implement. She says she's getting her weekends back. She was sick of spending all of her weekends doing planning, sick of feeling like she moved grade levels. Do I have anybody that just moved grade levels? Like she was like, this is too much. This is too much to put on one person. Who out there doesn't want to sacrifice themselves? It's okay. You can have high quality instruction. Your children can hit their goals, and you can also have your life back. It's possible. So many times, us as teachers, we're programmed to think that in order to be effective, we have to lose our complete selves. We have to remove who we are. It is possible to have both. You can make a difference and still have your weekends to do you. Imagine if you had all of the plug and play templates, fill in the blank templates, fill in the blank scripts, literally scripts, lesson plan scripts that you'll ever need to make creating lessons simple and fun. Because remember, your children are also going through a transformation. They're hitting their goals just as well as you hitting your goals. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Teaching by Design because the doors do close tonight. And I don't want you to spend another weekend doing lesson plans, another weekend trying to figure out what you're teaching, another weekend feeling overwhelmed. Do I have anybody that feels overwhelmed right now? It's the time. Maybe you've been overwhelmed year after year after year after year, and you're like, I'm ready for a change this year. Do I have anybody that's ready for a change this year? Well, Teaching by Design gives you as a complete course. It's a teaching system. It's a system, and I can share a quote in a second. I have to switch my screen. But one of my clients, she gave her testimony. She said it's more than a system, it's an experience. It's a whole experience. It's changed who she was and how she views teaching. It actually reignited her passion for teaching again. She got excited. I know Tangela, she's another one of our members. She said Teaching by Design was the best decision she had ever made. It's an entire system. So you have the course, right? And it's a 6 module course. You also get a Vault complete interactive read aloud trainings. And let me go over the course really quick. Let me just switch my screen because I feel like you need to know what this course is. You might be wondering, how can I get all that? Is that really possible for me to have? You said that I can have that dream schedule in my life. How can I actually get that? How is that actually possible for me? It's possible. It's possible. So I want to share with you the course, but before I want to share with you what your life can be like before and after joining into Teaching by Design. You may be here now feeling overwhelmed, feeling like there's never enough time, like Janice did, constantly feeling frustrated and stuck. Like I've had a lot of clients that have felt like that, feeling like your children are already reading grade levels behind. How am I ever going to close in this gap? They're already 2, 3 years behind. And the pandemic, that just made it worse. They've spent the last 2 years, just 2 years literally on iPads just playing. You have too many resources, you don't have any at all, and you're overwhelmed and frustrated. Imagine after Teaching by Design, teaching reading becomes stress free. Imagine having a healthy work life balance. Imagine knowing what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach standards. You actually knowing how to break down standards in literally 2 seconds and being able to maneuver. Imagine finally experiencing the freedom that it comes with being prepared and having a bank of Lessons that are already in primed and true and ready for engagement, lessons that you can literally implement and your children love them, literally love them. They have fun, they're learning the standard, and guess what, you didn't even have to spend 12 hours per week creating them. Imagine that. Imagine your children actually exceeding their academic goals and falling in love with reading. That's possible for you right now. The doors close tonight. The link is right there in the chat box. That's possible for you right now. Let me just share a little bit about the course and how you get there. Module 1 is about unblocking major roadblocks. It's all about the secret to getting rid of roadblocks and maximizing instructional time so that you can be stress free, so that you can prevent burnout. We get rid of all of the roadblocks that are stopping you. Module 2, revealing the secret to automaticity. I'm showing you how to have your reading instruction run on autopilot so you can take your time back. What does autopilot mean? Is think about being on a plane. The pilot, what do? They get to the right altitude and then they hit this button and it says autopilot. And guess what the plane does? It continues. Does it make it to its destination? Yes. Will your children continue to go hit their goals? Yes. Is the pilot doing anything? No, they're just guiding and facilitating. That can be your classroom or even homeschool environment. Your children are hitting their goals. And guess what you're doing? Sitting back and facilitating. That's what we do in Module 2. I teach you how to do that. And then module 3, you discover the secrets of what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach with Common Core standards. This is when you learn all of the teaching terminology. This is when you master standards. You master how to break them down. There's nothing worse. Remember, I told you your children are hitting their goals. You don't want to just implement an activity or strategy. We talked about a lot of times the reason that teachers spend so much time searching and finding lessons and activities is because they all the stuff on the internet is washed down. And a lot of us don't know, a lot of us, I mean like teachers, don't know how to break down and read standards. So what they do, you get on there. Oh, this Pinterest thing looks really cute. I implement it. I spend an entire week implementing things that I found on Teachers Pay Teachers because I don't know how to break down standards. And then my kids get to the end of the unit and guess what they do? Bomb it. Have we, hello, has anybody been there? You're like, man, my kids don't know this. I've been literally wasting an entire month teaching it. Why don't they get it? They don't get it because the activities did not align with with the standard. The activities that you've been giving all month did not align. And this is why you master all of this, what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach, so that their activities are all aligned. You have a system, an effective system. Remember, I said you're not only are you going to reach your goals, but they are going to reach theirs at all. This is for the overwhelmed parent or homeschool teacher. I mean, teacher or homeschool parent. Oh, said that all wrong. That is ready to get their time back, to get their weekends back, to get their freedom back, to get their stress back. They're tired of being overwhelmed, tired of feeling burned out, but also value high quality instruction. You still want your children to hit. We wouldn't be in education if we didn't want our children to hit their goals. If we didn't want them to succeed, then we wouldn't be doing this. So this is the key. After module 3, we talk about developing lessons with confidence, discovering how to increase rigor and challenge, making children fall in love with learning how to differentiate and cater to their needs so that engagement occurs automatically. One of the greatest testimonies that I have from a lot of my clients, actually everyone, they're like, my kids love it. My kids enjoy it. My kid has fallen in love with reading. My kid is coming and bringing me books. These kids they're enjoying reading. They're wondering when we're going to read. Why is that? It's because we do exciting, engaging activities. Engagement is one of the main reasons that so many children end up hating reading. Module 5 goes into discovering the quickest way to planning activities with ease, making activities easier, thus avoiding burnout. I have a proven framework. Those of you guys that came to the workshop on Monday, the 3 secrets to teaching reading with ease, we went over this framework. This is when you become the facilitator, you become the guide. And it doesn't matter if you're in the classroom or at home. It works. You help children create these engaging activities that you can do with ease. And last but not least, module 6 is developing ongoing engagement. It is the sneaky way to keep children motivated to learn while you continue to plan activities with ease. You literally do it in your sleep. You motivate them in your sleep. So that's the course. Those are the 6 modules. In addition to those, you have bonuses. Bonuses. You have 2 monthly membership interactive support calls. So, like I said, Keisha just joined yesterday. She had we did our, and this is in addition. I talked about earlier how there is a reading professional development every single month, giving you additional training, additional resources, additional things that we use the same framework, that same easygoing framework to avoid burnout. And literally, it's like Christmas every single month with trainings and goodies. I'm going to tell you that in a second. And so we also have with the support calls, you have, that's where you have the accountability partners. Not only do you get myself, but you also get our other communities. We have a very intimate, supportive group of community members. So you get the community aspect. You get other teachers, other homeschool parents that can literally cheer you along the way, that can also offer additional ideas. So I'm not the only expert. We are all experts. And so you have that call, and we also have a call for you to get some monthly goodies and also all your questions answered. In addition to that, you have an entire library vault of reading trainings. So not only do you have the entire course that also includes reading and math activities, but then you're given an entire vault of reading trainings. Every single professional development that you've missed that we've done, you have access to that. Every future training I do, you have access to that. Coming up, we have a 6-week masterclass that we're doing where every single week I'm teaching you how to master phonics as you're teaching it to your children. And the great thing, it's something that can run on autopilot. We talked about the power of autopiloted classrooms. 90% of the things that I teach run on autopilot. In fact, Keisha yesterday in her first live reading training. I just keep calling Keisha out because she was in the chat box earlier. And she was like, wait, I don't even have to plan this. What? Like, she was like, this is amazing. And it's data-driven instruction. And I don't have to plan it each week. That's right. I'm teaching you how to work smarter, not harder. Or I like to say, teach smarter, not harder. That's right. Absolutely. And so you'll have access to that as well. Every single month, you get monthly digital products and teaching tools. Every month, it feels like Christmas. There are games. A lot of you guys on here know me for my educational games. Well, my members, they get new games every single month. They get new goodies every single month. So it feels like Christmas. And then also, you guys, seeing like a lot of the reels and stuff I do about the learning boards and the learning binders. If you want one made for you, mall members get 10% off of all physical handmade products that I make for them. And so, in addition to all of those amazing bonuses, you'll see in the chat box, she said, yes, teach smarter, not harder. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, that is the slogan. So you get that entire system, that all the course, everything, the bonuses that I went over. And then you also get a complete interactive read aloud training. So this is the training that interactive read alouds are something that run on autopilot, but it is the key to getting children to fall in love with reading. No matter if you're teaching 5th grade or teaching pre-K, Children get excited about the way that I do. It's something that's not like that out. In fact, I've never seen anybody do this, but this is what gets children to fall in love with reading. A lot of my clients, and you can come on here and look at the testimonies, their children fall in love with reading because of the read alouds. That's it. That's literally it. And you can make the lessons in seconds. Seconds using books you already have. You don't have to go buy additional things. I am all about using what you already have. A lot of people know me. I break things down and I'm simple, right? So you literally use the books that you already have, and I show you how to create engaging read aloud lessons with those books in seconds. Seconds, my friends, seconds. So that's the key to getting children to fall in love with reading. I talked about the monthly trainings. You also get 4-hour professional development certificate. So when you finish the course by itself, you will get a certificate congratulating you and showing you all of your wonderful hard work. And remember, I told you we like to teach smarter, not harder. You also get 25 done for you templates, making this entire transition completely seamless for you. So some of these templates include things like choice board activities done for you. You get lesson plans. You even get a schedule. Remember, I talked about removing roadblocks. Well, what keeps a lot of us behind is our schedules. So we'll have a schedule for you, no matter if you're a full-time teacher, if you're a full-time homeschool parent, or a part-time homeschool parent. When I say part-time, meaning you're like me, you work all day long and then you homeschool your child on top of that. Or your child could be like me, that go to school and you're like, yeah, I still need to teach you, I still need to implement this. And so you have the schedule. I give it to you. Also, you have all of the standards, the incentive rewards. Pre-K through first grade has a ready game guide, transitions, routines, worksheets. And when I say worksheet, I literally teach you how to create your own transitions and routines, because every classroom is different. You have plug and play lesson plan templates, mastery of standards checklist, and then you have 6 workbooks. That's literally the bank they give to you. We talked about Janice's story earlier, how she implemented those activities and her children fell in love with reading her, and not only fell in love, but they started to hit their goals. They became engaged. It's because of these ebooks. So you have the ebook of facilitating activities. Those are activities where children lead themselves. You have them. You don't have to create them. They're given to you. Or you have all of your math questions. Imagine having all of your questions for math and reading right here. You're doing middle of a lesson. You have literally, when I say rinse and repeat, I truly mean a plug and play rinse and repeat cycle that you don't have to spend 12 hours per week creating. Imagine having over 60 easy and engaging activities to immediately implement. Plug and play comprehension questions, converting worksheets into engaging activities. I see the smiley face. Yes. And imagine having all of that. And then also, for those of you guys that want somebody to hold your hand through the process, that is also possible. You can upgrade your membership into working with me one-on-one. And when you do that, you are able to get everything we went over, plus monthly calls with me one-on-one, where we can personalize your calls based on what you need. Some of the things that I've done with a lot of my other clients is creating your ideal teaching schedule based on your needs, creating customized activities, creating your own lessons. Literally, I sit there with my clients and I have typed their lesson plans for them while we are on live. I'm like, this is how you do it. Let me do it with you. The difference between a coach and a consultant is a consultant rolls up their sleeves and they do it with you or for you. Where are my lazy people at? Do I have anybody that is lazy that is like, hey, can you do this for me? I am ready to teach smarter, not harder. Hey, if this is you, even the technology, I've created people's websites. I've helped them do their online classroom. We can role play. We even Keisha in her yesterday's live call, we role played. We role played literally. It's not you just sitting there soaking it in. It's literally us doing it together. Mastering data call, let's look, understand the data, where do we go from there? Let's do data driven instruction together. Creating effective assessments together. So these are some of the things that some of the clients have said, that I inspired them, that I always have a positive attitude, I'm professional, and I'm not doing this to brag in any manner, but I'm just speaking what other people have said. They gave you the confidence and the guidance to keep going. Imagine if you had the confidence and guidance to keep going, that I'm more than qualified. And you guys know in here, it says I'm open and honest, I'm real. And I'm real, straight to the point. This is what it is. And so if this is you, if you want to upgrade the experience, I didn't share the bonuses. Oh, I didn't finish sharing the bonuses. What? I'm like, wait, I didn't finish sharing all the bonuses. But in addition to all the one-on-one calls, you get the monthly challenges and one-on-one feedback. So each month there's things that like a certain aspect of your in reading instruction. There may be we've done like a record yourself, teaching for 10 minutes, and you also get one-on-one feedback. There's been lesson plans, like different months where you do a lesson plan, you get one-on-one feedback. And so you get feedback in addition to the one-on-one calls. So you have the one-on-one calls and one-on-one feedback every single month. And then here's the best part: 24/7 access to me via Voxer on my phone. There's an app. Literally 2 nights ago, one of my clients came. She had a trying to go. We talk all the time. She had a child that took an assessment, sent me the assessment. It is what she sent it at 7 o'clock at night. Tuesday, 7 o'clock at night. I guarantee you, you're not texting your principal and stuff at 7 o'clock at night getting answers. But 7 o'clock at night, we sat there, went over her next step, so she knew exactly what to do that next day. Literally, the Voxer, there I couldn't put a price on it. 24/7 access to an educational consultant. People don't give that. People don't give 24/7 access to themselves. But that you can have that can be yours. All of that can be yours. So if you're like, okay, you just gave me two different options. What is the difference? Let me just share. Both options get the entire Teaching by Design course, all of the 6 modules, walking you through how to teach smarter, not harder. Both options give you that. Both options teach you how to have high quality instruction without burnout. Okay, so there's no, just both situations are a win-win situation. Let's be clear. Monthly reading professional development trainings, that's yours every single month. Just like I said, yeah, we just had one last night. Every month you get monthly trainings, and my trainings aren't just like here on YouTube. No, they're in depth. We're doing co-playing, we're doing co-teaching, and then I'm going to give you everything you need to immediately implement. And I do things that you don't have to sit here and plan. You're not wasting 12 hours per week. You're not doing that. Say goodbye to that. Say goodbye to your weekends of doing lesson planning. I'm ready for you to say, I need my weekends back. So but is yours no matter which option. All of the templates, the worksheets, all of those done for you activities, the bank of activities, all of those activities and lessons, they're yours. All of that, they're yours. Interactive Read-Aloud training is yours. That's the training that gets children to fall in love with reading, to get them excited for reading. Who has a child that's like, I hate reading? I feel like that's the most common thing to hear. Or reading is boring, boring, hating it. Well, this is the training to get them to actually enjoy reading. And then you have a certificate of completion no matter which option. And then you get the bonuses. All the bonuses are yours. The 2 monthly interactive support calls, there's nothing like that. I told you will be supported along the way. This is your support every single month. Imagine having an entire vault of reading trainings. You have access to everything I've done in the past and the things we're about to do. We're about to go into a 6-week masterclass for phonics for my 2nd through 5th graders. Or if they're 1st grade and they're reading and they're already decoding, then what do? This is that training. You have access to all of that. New monthly digital products. Every single month, you are giving a goodie, like a little Christmas gift every month. every month. You don't have to worry about what you're going to do for engagement. I'm giving it to you. And then also access to 10% off every physical product. So if you want a learning board, if you want a binder, if you want merchandise, it's yours. And then only if you upgrade do you get the additional one-on-one consulting calls with me. And I love yesterday when we did the training, it ran double. And one of my clients, she said, "You always over deliver." She's like, "That's what I love most is you over deliver." So imagine working with me one on one. I give you more than what you need. I don't cut you off when the timer goes off. You will get all the attention and time you need. And then monthly challenges so that you can get a more one-on-one feedback. That confidence, if you feel like you don't have the confidence, then this is the option for you. Get that feedback, have that accountability. If you're like me with working out and start and stop something all the time, this option is for you so you can be consistent. And also having that accountability partner at your fingertips. And then also, I forgot to share this, but upgrading will also allow you to hit the kickoff call. It's a goal setting call where we will sit down and plan your goals and how to make it there. Now, I won't just say, "Hey, this is how you do it." No, let's figure out what it is that you want. Every single person that works with me one on one, they have different things that they want. We will literally create a personalized plan in order for you to hit this goal. I am a goal driven person. So, whatever your goal is, we will work together to make you reach that goal. So I want to share just a few clients. Remember, if you have any questions, drop them down below in the chat box. I know I shared this earlier, but so you know I'm not making it up. She said teaching by design is more than a reading system. It's a whole experience. It has changed her life. She said, talked about how it has encouraged her to be intentional with her teaching practices. It is tried and true. It is tried and true. Sorry about that. It's tried and true, tested activities that she can literally implement for success in young children. I love this one because she is a experienced teacher, and she said it reignited her passion for teaching. You can't put a money on that. You can't put money on that. Reigniting her teaching experience, absolutely amazing. She said it gives so much value, giving her time to do other things, giving her time back. She said no more long, drawn out weekends of planning. She's teaching smarter, not harder, and with more confidence and success. Oh my goodness, that can be you. It is possible. It can be you. For all my parents out there, this is another one of my clients. And creating that schedule one on one was game changing for her. It helped her go from struggling with working and from home. She was a working pre-K mom, meaning she worked all day and was trying to teach her daughter. She was literally, her daughter went to school, but her daughter was behind. Her daughter was struggling. And so she did not know how to be consistent. And now her daughter is excited about reading, interacting, and comprehending. We call it story time, but it's the interactive read-alouds that I was talking about. Her daughter knows how to now engage in those, implementing those, got excited about reading because of those. This is Tangela, and I know we shared one of her statements earlier. She said it was the best decision she had ever made. Her child, she's a full-time homeschool mom, so she does this all day long. Before, she was lost, she didn't know where to begin. If this is you feeling confused, trying to engage a child that's just not interested. Hello, do they think that reading is boring? Do they think that learning is boring? And she felt lost, and technically that allowed her to lose the confidence she had. She said she was struggling with confidence and staying on track. And now she knows what to do. She knows what to teach, when to teach, and how to teach. That gave her the confidence to keep going, gave her the confidence, understanding that she knew how to make teaching fun. Not only did she see the transition in herself, but her son saw the transition as well. He started enjoying read alouds. He started falling in love with reading. He loves math. The great thing about the framework that I teach you in the program, it applies for both reading and math. He's able to enjoy reading. He enjoys all of that. She saw the transition in herself and her children. Not only did she do that, but I want to share another one. This is another one of my clients. Her transition with both her and her children was absolutely amazing. She was a veteran teacher, and she's a veteran teacher with years of experience, and she was transfer of leadership, and now she was receiving low evaluation scores, so that made her feel ashamed, hurt, disappointed. And literally, by working with me, not only did her evaluations change, so she saw the growth in herself, her principal saw the growth in her classroom, her entire classroom environment changed. But not only that, not only did she receive higher scores on her TEKS, but her children's levels, their reading levels, increased over 50%. When she gave me that number, I was blown away. Over 50%. Like, this is possible. You can have the transition and they can too. You said, yes, so true. I love it. So true. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love helping teachers. And so let me tell you the next step. And the other great thing is there's no risk. There's absolutely no risk. In fact, we have a 48-hour guarantee, meaning you can get your money back within 48 hours. But I know you're not going to want to, because you're going to log in, you're going to see all the value that is impacted into this program, all the value packed in and jammed in. You're going to say, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was so much. And then remember, it's a membership, so you can cancel anytime. You can cancel at any time. So let me tell you what is about to happen. I know that you are about to join us and become a member. I feel confident. It is time to get your weekends back. It is time to spend more time for yourself. It is time to work smarter, not harder, and teach smarter, not harder. It is that time. So when you enroll in Teaching by Design, this is what happens next. You'll receive an exciting email from me. I tried to make a cute face and then realized y'all couldn't see me. So I went like this. You'll receive an exciting email from me. And then you have instant access to the course. Everything that I just went over, instant access immediately. You'll see all of the modules. You'll get onboarded. I literally walk you through everything, allowing you to get the confidence. I want you to win. Have you ever had somebody that wants you to win, like a coach? Have you think about a sports team? The coach wants the teams to win just as much as the players want to win the game. That's me right there. So you have instant access to the entire course, all the videos, and then we will meet 3 times every single month live. We meet on Zoom. We like to chat it up. We are a group of ambitious educators looking to make a difference and also pour back into ourselves. And because of that, one of the support calls is literally created and designed just for that, for you to pour back into yourselves. Because honestly, I believe in self-help, because you cannot pour into a child if you don't have anything in yourselves. I mean, that's very, you said yes, so true earlier. This so true. I believe in building you up so that you can go out there and make a difference, so that you can offer high quality instruction without the burnout, right? And so you get 3 calls live. Of course, like I stated, one of them is the reading professional development. So you're getting poured into, not only into your mental health, but also in your academics. You're becoming more knowledgeable, and you're given all the resources to immediately implement the strategy or skill for that month. And then you'll also have instant access to all of the reading trainings. So we've done things like how to teach children to master grade level standards with ease, one text that you don't have to sit here and plan. I will teach you how to literally main idea, supporting detailed theme, literally those standards, how to do it without sitting here spending 12 hours per week going on Teachers by Teachers and Google and Pinterest. No, you can do that with ease. I feel like we pour so much into it. And then there also, you'll get access to our live upcoming 6-week masterclass. It's called Syllable Boot Camp, where I teach you how to teach struggling readers how to break down words and decode words. So this is ideal for my second to fifth grade educators to understand how to literally teach upper grades phonics, because we get to fifth grade, fourth grade, and realize they're like years behind. So you get access to that upcoming master class as well. And then wait, we're not done. Um, and then if then you also get the monthly access to all of the digital games, posters, worksheets, curriculum documents. Like I stated, every single month you get a new freebie, new goodies, new everything. It's gonna feel like Christmas. Hopefully it feels like Christmas. I know, like, and Bonnie said, when she said she loves the freebies, that gives her joy. And then when you invest in the one-on-one consulting, when you upgrade, you'll also get a kickoff call, and we'll go on our call. And remember, we goal set on that call. And not only do we goal set, we will determine our own meeting schedule. So you have full reins to that. So let me just go over some major questions. And if you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them into the chat box. So you might be thinking, okay, well, what grade level is this for? You mentioned second through fifth grade with the boot camp. What is this for? This is for any pre-K through fifth grade elementary teacher or homeschool parent. Even if you are a working homeschool parent and you're helping your child on the side, this is for you. This is a reading system that helps you teach reading without burnout. It's all about implementing systems in your instruction to be effective and productive, really effective and productive, so that you can literally have that dream life, that dream week, your dream week. Right, your weekends, not working, having your weekends back, and spending more time for yourself. Right, and so it's for that age grade, and because of that, you have all of the documents to implement for all of those grade levels. That's because, like I stated earlier when I introduced myself, I've been a curriculum specialist for all of elementary. That's what I do. That's what I know. That's I guess that's part of my gift, right? If you cannot make any of the live support calls, I get it, we're busy. Guess what you have? Replays for all of them. So that's another question that you have that option to do to watch the lives. I have some people that just do that, and other people that we like me. I want to join live. I need the accountability. I want my questions answered. I need to be a part of. So no matter if you're a replay watcher or you want to be live, this is for you. And so, as like I stated, as soon as you enroll, you get access to all of that. And so I don't know if I have any more questions. But the great thing about the sales page is that at the bottom, oh, I didn't realize I'm not even sharing my screen. At the bottom right here, it says message us. So if you have any questions, like I say, the door is closed tonight. So you do not have time. Time is ticking, ticking. But at the bottom right hand corner, you can message and just leave your question right here. And then I will get back immediately. I know the doors closed tonight, so you don't have long to make this decision, and it seems like a no-brainer to me. Like, what? You're giving me everything I need to make my life easier? Absolutely. And the great thing is affordable. In literally less than half of a cup of coffee a day. What? Like, literally cents a day. That major transition for just that, absolutely. I wanted to make this as affordable as possible. And so I feel like there was one more other thing. The thing is, if you're sitting there and you're like contemplating, wondering, it's costing you. Not enrolling in teaching by design is costing you. It's costing you time. You're literally still wasting time trying to do this on your own, trying to figure this out, trying to balance it instead of trusting somebody that's already done it and has a proven system. It's costing you time. It's time to claim your life back. It's costing you money. All of the money. Did you know on average, the average person spends over $15,000 on buying online activities in their lifetime? So not only does the average teacher waste 2 years of time lesson planning, they also spend over $15,000 of their personal money on things for lesson planning. What? It's costing you time. It's also costing you growth. Every moment that you are burned out, spinning your wheels, you're not your best self. Guess what? Then your children aren't getting the best version of you. They're not hitting their goals because the lessons that you're implementing, you're finding on Teach by Teachers at the last second. You don't even know what you're teaching, and they're not hitting their goals. So it's costing them growth. It's time to shape the future, keep your coins, and claim your life back. Right? Somebody say, keep my coins, claim my life back. Absolutely. And so all this can be yours. And I have one more story to share that I didn't share her story. But we did do, I don't know, share her story. I don't think I shared her story today. But this is Charlotte, and we have a whole YouTube. I did a whole video on her because her transformation was just so massive. She's actually a lawyer. And she did full time, and I teach all of my full time parents that work all day and help their children. If your child is struggling, that you can literally implement this with just an hour per week. An hour per week. You can make massive growth with an hour per week. So I want to share with you what she did with only an hour per week of homeschooling her struggling child. And she went from trying to be struggling literally herself, not knowing what her child knows, not knowing what she should be learning. She didn't know what she was doing. So she definitely didn't know what her child knew or what her child didn't know. There was all these gaps, and she had no idea. She had all these tools, but no idea of how to use them. And so then afterwards, her daughter literally fell in love with learning. In fact, at the beginning, her daughter would not sit down and read a story for anything. She was like, I want to go here, there, everywhere. I remember the first time doing Read-Aloud, she was just running around in circles. And to literally sitting there wanting her to read for hours, going from book to book to book. She started bringing her learning materials. Not only that, her language improved tremendously. In fact, we did an assessment and assessed where she was percentile rank. And she was at 18% at the beginning, meaning she only knew 18% more than other children her age. That literally doubled in 6 months. And this was somebody that did not go to school for teaching, somebody that knew nothing about teaching. Like I said, she's a lawyer, and she was able to do that with her daughter was struggling. And every night her child enjoyed reading. But here's the best part. She said she started reading predictable text, that she started picking up books. She saw her daughter read for the first time. She started modeling reading behavior, getting excited to read. And she didn't know anything about teaching. And so this transition can be yours. It is possible. The door is closed tonight. We are literally just a few hours away from the opportunity for this to closing. So I don't want you to miss out. Don't miss out. Enjoy Keisha down there in the chat box, teaching smarter, not harder. Enjoy Tangela. I'm ready. I'm ready to welcome even more community members into this family because it is amazing. It's time to truly shape our communities by teaching smarter, not harder. We don't have to be burned out doing this. So don't forget, if you have any questions, just drop them down below. And like I stated, as if you're on the page at everythingaja.com/join, then the message us is right there in the bottom corner, and you can leave a question there. But I'm sure you don't have any questions. You're ready. You ready? Let me see you down in the chat box. Show me an emoji. How are you feeling right now? Are you excited? Are you ready to teach smarter, not harder? Are you anxious? Are you ready to upgrade and get the accountability partner? Are you ready to allow me to hold your hand to show you how all of this can be yours? Leave an emoji. How are you feeling right now? For all of my new members or even existing members, if you're watching this in the chat box, how is Teaching by Design for you? I know a lot of you are like, I love it. You heard her earlier. She's only been in for a week and she's already saying it is wonderful. Not even a whole week, like some days, and already saying it is wonderful. And so I want the same thing for you if you're not in the community. And I just cannot wait to welcome you. Can't wait to blow my horn. I mean, I guess it's not a horn, but you guys get it. that. So I'm so excited. Cannot wait to welcome you. Don't forget the doors close in literally hours. So do not miss this amazing opportunity. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back live tomorrow morning. We are talking about Chloe being casted as the Little Mermaid, her being casted as Belle, and Yara being casted as Tinkerbell. So we are talking all about that. And are we teaching racism? So I can't wait to welcome you into Teaching by Design, even on tomorrow. And I will see you guys there.